Hey, what's up? Welcome to BluntznBabes Podcast. It's your girl, BluntBabe Key, and I'm here with my special guest host.
Hey, it's BluntznBabes Moet. What's good, y'all?
What's up, y'all? We about to get into this Baddies review, episode 4. Stay tuned. All right, y'all. So this is Baddies East, episode 4. We're about to get into this review. So it starts off with Tasiki and Smiley sitting down talking, and Smiley basically talking about how she had this miscarriage. I know last episode review I said she had an abortion, but I meant to say she had a miscarriage. But anyway, she talking about she had this miscarriage, and they talk about how she's gonna have her back and all this other stuff. What do you think about this miscarriage, Moet?
Well, I don't know. She kind of sound like she lying, but she sound like she ain't at the same time. I don't know if she lying or not for real, but if she did have a miscarriage, you can't tell nobody how, to handle it, how to feel, what they should do. Some people could get up and do shit, stuff right after
Right. I mean,
things happen.
Right.
And some people probably lay down. You never know. You can't tell nobody what to do or how to feel. I mean, you want them to show you proof, but why should she show you proof?
Right. So they get to talking about that, and they ain't talking about, so they're going to see how the rest of the day go.
Yeah. They want to go out.
Right, going out. Okay, so in the next scene, you got Scotty, Rolly, E.T., Natalie, and Marilyn all sitting down talking about what they got planned for tonight, how they got a party to go to, and all this stuff. And then you got Mariah Lynn talking all this junk about how Smiley took her chain, and she talking about you thought you got the real thing. The charm was real, but the chain was fake. Ain't that what she said?
Yeah.
Like, girl, first of all, I wouldn't. Right, it don't matter because first of all, why don't you have the chain back?
Period. You let her take your chain.
Right, you let her take her chain whether it's real or not. And then you talking about the charm was real, like, okay, but she still took the shit, and you lucky she ain't pawned the shit in the first fucking place. Like, I don't understand you talking all this heavy, like, I don't know, she irks me. Like, lately, like, it's like she's been doing too much in her confessional. She's talking all this hard stuff, like she's trying too much or trying too hard to fit in. I don't know.
Yeah, she's speaking extra hard. Like, you hear in the voice, and she talk fast, she be out of breath. Like, she trying to impress shit, like, bitch, you got your chain get took and it's took and you ain't getting it back. But you just gonna keep sitting here talking about how you feel Smiley being fake, Smiley this and that.
All I know is that when the first episode, they fought about this chain and you didn't get your chain back then. So my thing is now 2 episodes later, now you want to bring this situation up about your chain.
Like, oh, I know she got it for sure now. So if you like,
she been had it.
You know she had your chain.
So yeah, I didn't understand that whatsoever. Like, girl, 2 episodes later, you still bring up this chain you didn't get back the first episode when you fought her, and she took your wig too. Did you even get the wig back? Like, that's what I don't understand.
Where's the motherfucking wig?
Where's the wig? All right, so the next scene is when Anna and Biggie go to the hospital. So Biggie at the hospital for the simple fact because she claims that Rolly allegedly bit her in the arm. Now let's look at her arm, y'all. Does that look like that's something she would do herself, or does it look like Rolly took a bite out of her arm? Like, what do you think, Moet? You think she bit herself during the fight, or you think?
Oh, no, I can't bite myself on the arm like that. Like, I'm like trying this shit. Like, no, hell no. But like you said you seen the slow mo of her biting her.
Yeah, I seen the T-blogs. I seen
her fight. I mean, her biting her during the fight.
I seen on a video on Instagram of them slowing down their fight, and they said they really couldn't tell, but it looked like Rolly was trying to take a nice little chunk out of her fat.
You did bite that lady.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I don't know who to believe. Like, I don't see her biting herself during the fight
like that. Like, no.
If anything, it looks more like scratches.
Who don't bite themselves during a fight though? Like,
right.
During the fight.
Right. So Biggie's at the hospital getting treated for that. And then Anna is upset because she's getting treated for her finger, but she's mad because she has to roll with Biggie up to the emergency room. And she's sitting here complaining about how Biggie been complaining the whole time, the whole ride there. And she upset because she's saying that Biggie's talking at her and instead of just talking to her and basically trying to little girl her and shit like that. And she talk all this shit like, Biggie, you doing English and Spanish and all this kind of shit, but I really doubt that you even say any of that shit in her face, because when they were showing it, like you look like you was just quiet for real. Like you said all that shit, whoever you was on the phone with, but I don't think you said that to her.
She ain't say none of that to her.
She ain't say no, not because in the next sentence, in the next breath, you talk about some. Oh, I'm glad it's another Dominican up in here, but yet you ain't really saying shit.
The whole situation was stupid, and she is scary.
Yeah, so she said they got into it because she said she got tired of Biggie talking to her like that. So she said they kicked her out the hospital. So she said that Biggie was able to get treated, and she got kicked out the hospital.
I'm not about to be in the hospital and don't get treated. You're not kicking me out. I don't give a fuck. Fuck this bitch. You're not kicking me out.
Okay, so now we have T meeting up with Sky and meeting up with Camila. So when they pull up, they basically talking about her situation with ET, basically saying she thinks she like her because she doesn't understand what's the beef, which me personally, I don't understand what the beef is either. Like y'all really just try to fight her all because she was looking some type of way and that she told y'all she was sick. So I mean, that's neither here nor there. We can skip past that because that wasn't really nothing. We had Suki, Anna, and her friend Sapphire come, and so they're on the bus, they're on the Sprinter on their way to meet Natalie. They finally get there to the house, and they're basically saying like, well, we got some bones to pick with what's her name, Smiley. Yeah, Smiley. Yeah. So they basically say, so where they at? I'm just skipping through it because I really want to get to the meat and potatoes of the whole episode. So boom, we're finally at the end, okay, where all the girls are meeting up. They're all at the house. They're talking about, where's everybody at? They're, Anna couldn't wait to fucking talk about what happened with her and Biggie.
She slapped her with the blanket.
Yeah, you said she had to correct herself at first. She was like, I slapped her. And it was like, you slapped her with the blanket. She's like, yeah, I slapped her with the blanket. All right, so boom. Rolly kicks it off by saying, Smiley, I really didn't like how you was talking about how you had a miscarriage and you in the club twerking, all that kind of stuff. Basically questioning her miscarriage.
So she's got her period and everything. You said you ain't have one. She said she don't believe her. She believes she's lying.
My thing is, who are you? Who are you for somebody to be explaining about their vagina? Like, why does she gotta explain to y'all about her miscarriage and what she going through? Like, that's a very sensitive subject. So I don't understand why she put it out on blast in front of everybody. So what? If she lied about it, she lied about it. What that got to do with you?
Right. She ain't cutting to check. Is it Rolly's Baddies? No.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Rolly done got this BBL. Now it's LLB. And now she thinks she all that in a bag of chips, but they empty. Like I don't know. I just really dislike Rolly this season. Like she really come off as a bully, and she's just really just doing too much. So after that, now you got everybody coming after her about this whole miscarriage, and then Suki steps in, and instead of going off right off the bat about what her issue is, she talking about, I ain't no bully, this and that third. But it's like y'all is kind of bullying her because it's like, all right, she already going through this whole thing with the miscarriage, and then you gonna bring up your little bullshit because you mad because she texted you about her friend. I mean, don't get me wrong, I feel her, but she mad because I guess Smiley had texted her talk about some, I got your friend's chain and this and the third. Her real issue was like, what was the point of that?
Right.
So next thing I know, Sapphire and Suki all up in her face, basically saying, what was the reason you texted me? And I noticed that Tasiki, she basically, even though she ain't best friends with Smiley, but she's standing there right there making sure ain't nobody about to jump her.
Yeah, but she was also saying Yeah, I would take that as you trying to fight. You want smoke. I would take that as you want smoke too.
Yeah, she was agreeing.
Yeah, and that's her friend though. But she was agreeing with Suki and them saying those fighting words. That means to me you want smoke. So I didn't feel like she was standing there like she was trying to make sure nobody was gonna do something to Smiley. Like I just felt like she not like playing both sides, but it's like she with whoever firing off at the time. That's how I feel. I don't know. I'm trying to explain it. Like,
well, I feel like when just watching the video or watching the episode, I just feel like, you know what I mean, see, she was standing there just make sure wasn't nobody gonna swing on her, like jump her, you know, because they was all like gathering around her. So then next thing you know, Rolly like, oh, you a liar, and just throw a bottle of water at her or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then what Mariah do?
Mariah Lynn jumped in and just started swinging on her, grabbed her by her hair and started swinging. But
still to get beat up.
Period. But she Smiley swung that little bitch on the couch.
And still ain't get her chain back.
And she still ain't get her chain back. Talking about her hand cut. It hurt. It was too strong.
My thing is, Mariah, you need a battery in your back in order to get your chain back. Because like I said, you had 3 whole episodes to get your chain back. The first time you fought her, you didn't get your chain back. The second episode, you didn't do shit. Third episode, you didn't do shit. Fourth episode, you sat there and been quiet. You said all this shit to everybody else. But when it came to her, you didn't say shit, but you waited till everybody else said shit. And then you decided you still wanted to fight her and you still didn't get your chain back. And then it took Sukiyana to be like, bitch, go get your chain back. Go get your chain back. And you still didn't get your chain back. And then they had to jump her. I don't know what nobody said jumped her. That next episode with her having her in a headlock and you seeing her punch her in the face, like, come on now, y'all jumping her. Like, why did you need to do all of that? You should have been got your chain back, and them bitches shouldn't have to. No. And then did you hear about Sukiyana on the internet talking about Mariah Lynn owes them a thank you because they helped her or whatever. My thing is, she never asked y'all for help. She never said, hey, can you guys help me get my chain back? Like, y'all decided to insert yourselves in somebody else's business to get her chain back. What old girl say? What's that first say? Oh, we came to see who's standing on business and who's in somebody's business. Yeah. You clearly are in somebody's business because didn't nobody say, Sapphire, get my chain back.
First of all, she texted Suki's phone. Yeah, so that kind of put her in it, but...
Yeah, and she should have checked her about that. But y'all sitting here talking about, get your chain back, get your chain back. Like, girl,
like, no, y'all.
If she ain't get her chain back the first episode, what makes you think she gonna get it back 4 episodes later?
Y'all being the bullies, y'all just bullying her up to get her ass whipped, basically.
Period. Get beat up. All right, y'all. So that was the Baddies East episode 4 review. I'm your girl, Blunt Babe Key.
And it's Blunt Babe Moet.
And I will see y'all. Matter of fact, I'm actually going to upload another video, maybe Sunday or maybe Monday, depending on whichever one I do for Baddies East episode 5. Stay tuned. Thanks. Peace. Bye. And hair grease.